Hi guys! I'm back! Finally, after, I think it's been a few months. I'm not sure, it's been a while. I didn't make a video every month like I said I would, or every week, or whatever I said. I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. Because I want to be able to look back on my videos and see like where I've come from and where I'm at. And if I had kept making them like I wanted to, nothing would have changed. Nothing would have been different. We wouldn't have taken any steps forward in our TTC journey. But this month, and a little bit of last month, we have started to take some steps, and that's really awesome. I'm going to go over that in this kind of update video. So here we go. In my last video, my thyroid levels were raised, and I had to go through all this stuff with my thyroid, and it was just this big deal, and it was horrible. And it ended up being that they just told me, like, well, we don't really know why that happened, but they went back to normal. So, on one end, I'm happy that it went back to normal, but at the same time, like, why did this happen? And that's something that I guess we'll never know, because we can't go back and see what happened. The thyroid doctor I had said it could be just a case of thyroiditis, which when they said that, my mom said, that sounds not real. But apparently it is real. And it's just when your thyroid, something happens in your body and it goes out of whack. He says he doesn't think it was from the chemical pregnancy, but he doesn't know. So we'll just have to see and take that as it goes. But the good thing about my thyroid being back on track is that we can move forward with TTC, because my OBGYN said she would not do anything with that until my thyroid was under control. And it is. She even tested it, so we're on track. Now I want to talk about cycle lengths, which is important when you're someone like me who has very irregular cycles. Let's take a little step back in time and look and see what my cycles were. So January is when I had my chemical, and that was a 51-day cycle, but that's because for a little bit of that I was pregnant. March was 48 days, April 36, June 49. And these are all very long. I mean, I think the April 36 day is pretty good. I think that's average, or a little slightly above average. I don't even know what average is anymore. Mine are just long. It's important to track your cycles so that you can show your doctor, because if you have irregular cycles like me, it could help in them finding out exactly where it's going wrong and why you're not getting pregnant. So that's good, and that's something that I've been doing, and it's something I kind of like doing. It's like a weird guilty pleasure of like putting all the data in. Is that weird? The third and really awesome update I have is that I went in and did an infertility meeting with my doctor, which means that the ball is actually starting to roll now. It's not sitting and like growing moss all over it. As cool as moss is, we want the ball to roll. And at this meeting, I did some more blood tests, because I had done some tests after my chemical pregnancy, and I had had some high levels, and she wanted to test them again. One of the weird ones I had was prolactin, I think is what it is. And I think that's the milk stimulating hormone. I did a little bit of research on it, because when I asked the nurse on the phone, she said, oh, it's a hormone. I was just like, yeah, I realized that, but I want a little more info. So I had to do some research on my own, but I had to go back in and do the test again. And it was funny when she's like, okay, just go in today and do it. No nipple stimulation, and I was just like, I don't think that will be a problem. And at first, I didn't know what the prolactin was for at all, and when she said that, I was just caught so off guard by like, oh, okay, like, not an issue. But I think that's something, when you're TTC, you have to get used to those. I guess they're mildly awkward. I mean, people don't usually just say that to you out of the blue normally. So when you're on this journey, get used to hearing strange, out of the ordinary things like that. No nipple stimulation before you go in and get your blood drawn, just so you know, in case that's one of your coping mechanisms for blood draws. But all my blood results came back good, and she said they tested for something that said my egg health is good. I don't know what they tested for, but they're healthy in there, so that's good at least. She also scheduled my husband to get a semen analysis, which, oh, poor baby has to go do that. Like, men saying like, oh, I don't want to do that. Well, she also scheduled me for an HSG test, which is I've heard people say it's the most horrible thing they've ever experienced, and other people say, meh, it wasn't that bad. So we'll see how it goes. His test, gonna be fine, no big deal. HSG, we'll see what happens. I don't think it's gonna be horrible. With my medical history, I've had a lot of tests done, so. But along with HSG, it has to be done at a certain time in your cycle. And when I had gone to my doctor's, I was on day 3 of my cycle, and she's like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So I could do all the blood tests, but by the time the blood tests came back, I was already too far to do the HSG. Because it's this whole thing, it has to be done at a certain time because I don't want to risk you being pregnant. I mean, like, I'm going to this for infertility. The chances of that are very slim, but thanks for reminding me. So I have to wait till my next cycle, and you have to schedule at a certain time, and they don't want you to be bleeding at all when you go in, but it's like 10 days into your cycle, and it's getting me kind of stressed out, but at the same time, I just want it to be over with. So if the HSG comes back fine, clear, tubes are clear, everything's fine, then I think that we're going to do Clomid, or Clomid. Clomid? We're going to do that. Kind of scary because it makes you hormonal, and I'm already kind of all over the place just on my own, so I'm sorry, Sean. Get ready for that. But it is exciting. It's exciting to have some like forward momentum on this journey instead of just sitting here like waiting. Even if the HSG is painful, I don't really care at this point. Like, I just want it to be done and to get it over with. I don't think it'll be painful. I think it'll be fine. So as for this cycle, I'm on day 17, and I didn't know that off the top of my head. I had to look it up on my chart, which is another good reason to have it. I'm on cycle day 17, and because of my long cycles and the app that I use calculates all of that, I shouldn't be ovulating till the 17th of this month, and so that'll be August 17th. But because I'm obsessed with peeing on those little sticks, like I think every other TTC person is, I took an ovulation test this morning and it came back way positive. Maybe I'll be lucky and I'll be having a shorter cycle this go around, hopefully, and then I can get my HSG done. But I have been doing some things that I think are helping. I'm not really sure. We'll see with the length of this cycle. But I've been taking my vitamins every day, which is hard for me because they're disgusting. I don't even have morning sickness, and taking the prenatal vitamins makes me feel nauseous. So I've been doing it at night, but I have been taking them. Maybe that's helping. I don't know. I've also been doing castor oil compresses. I like them. It's nice. You can just lay back and relax, and it's supposed to bring blood flow to your uterus. Is it helping? I don't know. We'll see, but it's not hurting, I don't think. So we'll just see what happens this cycle, and I can't wait because I'll actually have updates from now on, I think. As long as everything goes well, there'll be actual things to make videos on. And I'm going to try and find some maybe tags and things to do, because I want to be a bigger part of the community, of the TTC community. Because a lot of people that I follow are pregnant now. So there's no one to watch and see, like, their journey with TTC is over. They're on to the next part of being parents. And I want to meet other people who are on the same journey and that I can connect with. And I think this is a good way to do that. I don't know of any other way to do that. I don't know any other people who suffer from infertility. So this is the perfect way to do that. So this has been my video updating you, and if you watch this and you're going through the same thing, leave a comment below. I want to talk to you and meet you and have some friends and other women to talk about this with. So please, let me know what you're going through. How's your cycle going? What's your cycle length? Like, just tell me. Just talk about what girls talk about. Cycle length, that's what we talk about, right? So I'll see you guys next time with an update, for sure. When that update will be, I don't know, but it'll be soon. Hopefully. Bye!